Hey, he's also been in Date Night. Oh, I see we've got some people on a date. He also starred in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Awkward. Let's start show! Great show for you tonight. Star of The American Office and 40-Year-Old Virgin, Steve Carell is here. I know. Star of Bridesmaids, Kristen Wiig is on the show. I know. Hilarious actor Chris O'Dowd is joining us tonight. Plus, we've got music from international superstar Mr. Josh Groban, everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very good. Now, Kristen Wiig is here. She starred, of course, in the hilarious Bridesmaids, which we all adored. And, of course, also in that film was tonight's other guest, Chris O'Dowd. Do you remember? Yeah. Because she played a cake maker who fell in love with a policeman. And you think that is very Hollywood. Because in reality, if a policeman fell in love with a woman who made cakes, yeah, he'd look like this. Chris also has a big hit with his own sitcom, Moon Boy. Moon Boy, all about a young boy growing up in rural Ireland. I know from experience there's plenty for a young boy to do in Ireland. Sport, culture, even adventure. So many sections of the library you can sit in. I jest. The library's been closed down. Forward to chatting to Steve Carell. He's done so many great films, Despicable Me, Date Night, and of course 40-Year-Old Virgin. Yeah. They're actually planning a remake called The 80-Year-Old Virgin. Yeah. Oh, come on. Mind you, you do think it's no wonder Cliff's still a virgin dressed like that. What idiot thinks a pink suit is going to get him some action? Huh? I like that suit. Hey, Steve will shortly be filming Anchorman 2. And, yeah, I know. And we all loved him in the first one. He played a useless weatherman who was lovable but thick. I think he was based on this man. Rise, Sir Graham. Steve, very good in that film, but he's not the funniest weatherman I've seen. Hey, let's get the guests on! Josh Groban! But first, my Irish eyes are smiling. It's Mr. Chris O'Dowd! Oh! I love you. I love you. They're mad about you. Love you, Chris O'Dowd! Keep your hair on. It's Kristen Wiig! Woo! Beautiful. Hello, my darling. Thank you so much for doing this. And time for another party. It's Steve Carell! We're clapping, we're cheering, it's lovely. Now, you all know each other.
Oh, we do.
We know each other.
Not like that.
No, because you guys were in, was it Dinner for Schmucks?
Yes. Dinner for Schmucks.
In Bridesmaids, and now Despicable Me 2. Well, Despicable Me as well.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Where you play a supervillain.
Yes.
But everyone who's talked about you just says you are the nicest, kindest man in all of Hollywood.
Yes, that's true.
And beautifully modest, too. But what's weird is, so you're really nice, but you attract niceness. I can't believe the first time, was it the first time you came to London?
First time I ever came to London was in 1984. I got off the plane with a buddy of mine, and we had no idea where to go, what our schedule could be. We had no transportation, and a guy, out of nowhere, came up to us and said, "Would you like a ride into London?" And the trusting, innocent souls we were, we hitched a ride with this guy. He had just dropped off a friend. We got in his car. He drove us into London. Hey, would you like a tour of London? Absolutely. He took us on an immediate tour of London. Want to go to lunch? I know a great place. I belong to a club. We went to his club. We had a delicious lunch. hey, you need a place to stay? I know a great little bed and breakfast. He was the nicest guy in the world, and he didn't murder us at the end of it. I had nothing but good experiences.
And this
here.
was London, England.
This is London, England.
It's not a city we recognise from that story, is it? That's incredible.
I love it here.
Wow.
Only good experiences until tonight.
And it's interesting because obviously you weren't known in London then.
No, not at all.
And it's interesting when kind of fame comes later because Kristen, isn't your parents, they still don't quite believe you're doing okay.
They make comments sometimes, like I'll do a film or something, and they'll be like, "That's so great. Is it going to be in theaters?" Like sometimes they don't quite understand that, like that I do have a job.
Yeah. They're just worried about their retirement home,
Yeah.
the quality of their retirement home.
Yeah. You know how to settle that? Buy them a house. Then they're like, okay, that works for us. Yeah.
Buy them a house, a really enormous house they can't afford.
Can't pay taxes on.
It's like that. What's that show? Extreme Makeover.
Yeah.
And they leave them with like all that stuff. It's like, who's going to pay that electricity bill? It's like
It's just like a giant glowing beacon for thievery. These really shitty neighborhoods.
There's
Diamond
like
house.
waterfalls and moats and
Yeah.
light shows.
they never do a follow-up show on that show. They're never gonna see
And they
one.
build it in a night, so you know it's quality construction.
Yeah. I'll huff and I'll puff.
Well, we poured the concrete, think it's set.
And of course, once you become famous, you have to worry when you leave the house. And Chris O'Dowd, now you're very dapper. Have you sort of consciously decided to become more dapper?
But you know what? After, it's a weird thing because you start going to a lot more event stuff when things start going well. And it took me a while to determine what my look would be,
Oh yeah.
And you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so I thought I'd go for like disheveled chic for a while, but because I'm kind of disheveled, I look like I was a tramp who had just pilfered curtains or something. So I thought I'd try like the Mad Men look, and that would be kind of sexy.
Wait, what was that? What was your?
It was kind of sharp,
Yeah.
but it didn't look good. Until one night I was actually watching Mad Men, and by accident I realized that I was wearing exactly the same outfit as one of the characters in Mad Men, and I thought that was pretty great, and I brought a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I'm wearing exactly the same outfit as a character from Mad Men.
I think we've got it here.
Peggy Olsen chic.
Hey, Despicable Me 2, it opens here on June the 28th. And now you're back as Gru,
Right.
the arch villain.
Right.
But at the end of the last movie, you stopped being a villain.
Yes, he has a family now, so he has to kind of retire and go legit. And now he has a line of jams and jellies.
He really does.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched it? Have you?
Yes.
Because I went to see it, and there was children there. I laughed more than anyone. I was embarrassing. I had a lot of medication that day.
Sure.
So I had a colonoscopy in the morning, and they said don't operate heavy machinery or you're not allowed to sign legal documents. But I laughed like a drain. Children were annoyed by me.
Colonoscopy the same day you saw the movie?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's good. That's good. Because that's really your key demographic.
It was a special deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That included the price of the ticket.
A sneak preview of Despicable Me
And
2.
a small popcorn.
Yeah, but don't eat it now.
Don't eat it now.
You have that tomorrow.
Later on.
So here's the thing. This time round, he's sort of been turned into a superhero in a way.
Yeah. He's been recruited by the Anti-Villain League, which is a spy organization that Kristen's character is one of the lead spies, and she recruits my character to be sort of the villain in residence. So he goes undercover with her to find the true villain of this story.
And now you are sort of romantically... There's romantic tension.
Yes, there's a connection that happens.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Chemistry?
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
For a family movie,
Hot
kids
animated
movie.
kids
Hot animated kids movie. That's how we're selling it. That and the colonoscopy part.
Yeah. Something for Dad. Yeah. So this is your character Lucy.
Yes.
And Gru. You've gone undercover in a mall.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the two of you. Do I need to? Is that need any more explaining?
No, that's basically it. And we're trying to find the super serum that is turning people and things into horrible versions of themselves.
Oh.
Yes. It's
Fear.
very scary.
Here. Right.
So is that? Were you doing all that, Kristen? The dancing.
All
and
of the moves exactly like that. No, I mean there might have been some movement.
Going
Yeah,
on.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just hard to stop it.
Yeah.
You know? I find it hard not to crump.
Hey, and listen, we've got to talk about the minions because they are
My favorite.
brilliant.
Yeah.
They're just fantastic.
Yes.
There are so many minions now. There are thousands of them.
Yeah.
And they're following us through this press junket. Everywhere we go, there are people dressed as minions.
Oh, really?
In the
Yeah,
hallway.
like just in the hallway walking around.
They're just walking around, and they're always in character. There are people in minion costumes jumping around constantly. It's the creepiest thing you've ever seen.
Have they been hired by somebody?
I hope so.
They're just really keen fans of the film. Hey, well, listen, kids who are fans of the Minions, because obviously Gru has created all these evil weapons and things, and this will sell, well, so well. Imagine getting this for a child. Have you seen this? They've brought out the fart gun. They have these fart guns. That's just, like, what?
That's amazing.
I know.
And it's different farts.
There's so
the
many
thought that
different
went into
ones.
it.
I know.
It's
Some of them are
beautiful.
little stretched out.
Oh.
I like the ones that have the tiny little one that you forget about at the end. That sneaks out.
It's bringing my colonoscopy back to me. Very good.
Can I have it?
In a little while.
All right.
Not now. Not yet. Not yet.
Please?
No, it's timed. It's armed.
Okay.
It's armed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't.
It'll go off in about 10 seconds. No, seriously, you can put a
What are you
timer on
gonna
it.
do?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
No, isn't that really clever?
Yeah.
Yeah. In a minute, that will go off.
Really?
I swear to God it will.
Okay.
There you
You can have it now.
I feel bad. I totally stepped on
Now
it.
you can have it.
No, you
now you can have
Totally
it. Yeah.
ruined
Oh, my God. Dawn is going to love this. Oh, yeah.
And that was the end of the show. That was just 40 minutes of Kristen Dowd doing a fart gun.
Oh my God, that's the biggest fly I've ever seen.
Got it.
That is an enormous
That was
fly.
like a bird.
You know how you kill a fly? I know. If it landed here, what you do is you go, oh, get it over here. Because you put it there and you go, because the fly feels the pressure of the air coming from either side. So you trick it. And you go, and you get it every time.
Clever murder.
Fly killer.
That's the best. So in character.
Sorry.
That fly has no idea what the danger it's in right now.
Oh, I so hope he comes back.
I could just see you when you learnt that. Oh, I'm just so happy.
I actually did it on during a take of The Office. There was a fly on the desk, and during a line of dialogue, I went, and the cameras went down like, oh my God. It was probably the coolest thing I ever did on the show.
Must mention, Anchorman 2, because you're both in that as well, which is a lovely thing.
Yes.
People are so, I'm right, people are so excited to see Anchorman 2. Here you all are. Yeah. There's Steve down the end. That is
Now you go through.
Oh, actually, that was one take we did, and Will said, you know what, look upset that they gave you a perm. Brick doesn't like the perm.
And now you play Brick's love interest?
Yeah, another connection.
Spark surf.
Spark? Oh, there you go.
There she is.
I kind of don't know how I feel about the perm.
Well, I would just say, if you're ever getting married, don't go with that hair.
I have to say, doing those scenes with Kristen, there was a level of attraction to that character. I thought she was just sort of weirdly hot as that character.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why is everyone getting quiet?
It's a little awkward. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of...
Calling someone weirdly hot when they're sat right there is a bit odd.
She's that character. She's not weirdly hot. She's hot. That's weirdly
Yeah.
hot.
Okay.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Get a room.
Give me a break.
Now listen.
Oh! Oh my God!
Did you just drink the fly? Is it alive in your mouth?
Oh my sweet God!
Is it alive? Is it alive in your hand?
Okay.
Okay, put it there.
I took.
Here we go. I'm taking this thing down.
I gotta tell you,
It's drunk now. It's drunk.
I've chewed it. I took a drink, and I was like, I didn't realize I had any ice in there.
Oh, let's see.
Oh.
Okay, are you ready, Steve? Are you ready? Oh! It's like CSI Fly. You just draw a little chalk outline around it.
I can't believe that bit worked. That was a 1 in a million shot that was going to work.
Yeah, everyone said, it's too ambitious. Don't try it. Listen,
That was surprising. I'm not gonna lie, that was surprising.
But you didn't swallow any of it. It's all still there.
That's why I'm a good girl.
Moving on. I'm doing this. I'm hosting a chat show.
Yes.
We're going for it. Chris O'Dowd, he's back on our screens with, this is very posh. It's Family Tree. It's going to be on BBC Two for the middle of next month. And it's Christopher Guest, who did Spinal Tap and lots of other things. And it's a mockumentary. Is that what they call them?
Well, it's I don't know if he calls it that, but it's an improvised show. So there's he writes really great storylines and stuff, but there's no dialogue. So we kind of we make it up a little bit as we go along.
And it's a comedy version of Who Do You Think You Are? Is that the idea?
It's somewhere in that area. It's kind of like a parody of that, where a guy is kind of left by his woman and he loses his job, but he's left a big trunk of stuff by this great aunt that dies. A good aunt. And so he starts delving into his past and looking into his family roots and all that kind of stuff, and meets these interesting people as he goes.
Okay, listen, we've got a clip of the show. This is you're taking, I think, a photograph of a great-grandfather?
Yes. Probably so. I live upstairs from a guy who owns a ye olde curiosity shop kind of place, and I think I'm bringing him a photo that I've just got in this trunk.
Okay.
My great aunt died, and she left a box of bits and bobs, and I thought, I know a man who enjoys his bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs.
And this was in it. I think is my my great grandfather.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Blimey, he's a stout fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
I see the family resemblance. Puff your cheeks out a bit. No, not really, no.
No? Okay.
Well, I can
Work
tell you
at it.
this much. It's turn of the century, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah, anywhere in the early 1900s. Tommy, I wouldn't do that. That's not a musical instrument. It's a Victorian dildo. Early prototype. I'd like to be able to say you don't know where it's been, but I think we know exactly where it's been now.
Have you done the real Who Do You Think You Are?
I haven't, no. You've done it, though.
I did it.
How was it?
It was, well, I did it, well, my mother was interested, so I did it for her.
Yeah.
Yes. And I didn't cry. They want you to cry. And I
They really want you to cry.
They really want you to cry.
Yeah.
They say things like, a lot of people find this process upsetting. And I was like, at what point would you have cried during this so far? And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, in fairness, yeah. But it's big in America, isn't it? Don't they have it in America?
We do, yeah.
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 I did look into my past a bit while we were doing it, and there would be no reason for me to do Who Do You Think You Are? Essentially, I looked back to like the 1700s and found the very first O'Dowds, and they're from 15 minutes from where we live now. So, not big travellers, real seasick group, essentially.
Now, since you were last year, Chris O'Dowd, Chris has got married. A lovely marriage has taken place. And we've got a picture of you and Dawn. There you are.
Oh, I'm on the left.
But there is all that pressure, because, you know, it's supposed to be the perfect day. Nothing can go wrong. So did you get to enjoy it at all?
Yeah, I mean, we really had a fantastic time. And I feel like if I had one regret, I wish I had drank a little bit less. And also the adrenaline and all of that kind of stuff, I don't remember a lot after like 12 or 1 p.m. in the morning, like, you know, in the night.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And right after the ceremony, it's gone. No, and we were talking the next morning, and Dawn, you know, we were kind of post-morteming the whole thing, and we were saying we had a great time. And I said, I wasn't too drunk, was I? And she said, no, you were fine. You were fine. And I said, I wasn't rude to anybody, or I wasn't dancing on tables, or... And she said, no, you were absolutely fine. You were great. I was surprised that you wore the crown for so long. And I had no recollection. And I was like, no, I wasn't wearing it. You're taking the piss. And she said, no, here's a picture of you. And we have the picture?
Yeah, you brought in the picture. Like... I have to say, Dawn looks awful in that picture.
We had a whiskey luge of our cat.
Oh, was that your cat? I was wondering.
Yeah.
Its head is slightly melted here.
That's right. When it's licked, I've been sucking the shit out of that. All right. That's my best man. And I don't know where the crown came from.
That face is brilliant. That is just such a fabulous drunk face.
Just so happy.
Very good. Now, you'd done Bridesmaids before getting married.
Yes.
Did that scare you?
Well, I mean, I've always found women terrifying. So I wasn't so much worried about all of that. I mean, you must... I always remember thinking when we used to do the press for the movie, like, nobody can ever ask you to be a bridesmaid.
I know.
Is that tricky?
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's asked me since I made it. So.
Sure.
Because the thing is, so Bridesmaids, you wrote Bridesmaids.
Yes, co-wrote it.
Co-wrote
Yeah.
it. And it was the first thing you ever wrote.
Yes.
Which
script, full script. I mean, I'd written, like, little sketches and stuff.
Yes, that is amazing. But it is that thing with first scripts or first novels or anything, people tend to just steal big chunks of their own life. So, like, are there big bits that are...
Not as much as you'd think. I mean, I had never, lost control of my bowels.
Oh, didn't you? That was the only one that to be true.
No. What if that was the only thing that was true and we just wrote the whole movie around it?
Remember that time we all shot ourselves?
What if I mean, honestly, not that much. Really.
But where did that come from? Because that is one of the funniest scenes of all time.
Thank you. Actually, I remember when we were writing that scene, my writing partner kind of acted out that part. She was like walking, and she's like, "What if she just sort of?" She just like went down to the ground. We're like, "Yes, we have to put that in there."
It's like Holly Hunter and the piano, when she goes sit down on the beach.
Exactly like that.
Because then, oddly, Steve, you had a kind of similar experience where you got to write a script and you wrote 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, I co-wrote that.
But you chose to write this scene for yourself, which was a form of self-loathing and...
Yeah, I thought it would be funny.
And it is very funny.
Well, I thought it would be funny for the guys that were watching it in the scene, because there's no way you can replicate that. There's no way you can act the horror that you're witnessing and the joy of watching a man go through something like that. And at one point, Romany Malco has to leave the scene because he's so utterly grossed out by the whole process.
For real.
For real, he has to leave.
You see her there, that actress, I love her face.
I know,
there.
me too.
That actress, is it true she lied in the audition?
Yeah, she said that she knew how to wax.
Is that true?
Yeah. It was, I think she was told that they needed someone to wax a chest, and she said that she was proficient at it. It turns out she had tried once to wax her boyfriend's back. And obviously that didn't go well either. There was a point,
God.
You put the wax on, but when you wax around the nipples, you're supposed to put a little Vaseline. So the nipple doesn't actually...
Very good reaction.
Yeah. Very good reaction. You know where I'm going with that. The wax is so viscous that it will rip your nipple off. She did not put the Vaseline on my nipple.
Sweet God.
And she reached down, and somebody had the forethought to say, hold on. It's the only time we cut, and said, you've got to do that before you do that.
Oh.
And so I still have 2 functioning nipples.
Phew. Yeah. We are so happy. That actress is not the only person who lied in audition. Chris O'Dowd, J'accuse.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what? Everybody does this. And for whatever reason it is, actors don't drive. They're really bad, like, at learning to drive. So
In this country.
In this country.
With no money, you can't afford a car.
I just pay public transport everywhere, so I just don't need to. So, so I took a job where I told them that I could drive, but the job was I was the getaway driver. So they just shot it from behind. I got somebody else to do it. Yeah.
Kristen, didn't you say...
Pretty bad.
Did you say you were a professional dancer or something?
Well, I didn't say I was a professional. You know, okay, at the bottom sometimes of your resume, they say, like, special, what is it, like, special skills or whatever.
Yeah.
So you put, like, a kayak and, like, I can dance. Like, I can go
You put
and
kayaking
dance.
on there?
Yes. Yeah. So my commercial agent at the time called me and they said, can you dance? And I was like, yeah, I could dance. And like, but really, like, this is for like a dance. Can you dance? And I said, yes. And she was like, all right, well, wear like your clothes, go to this audition. So I was like, so I just put like sweats on. I just put like sweatpants on, like a sweatshirt, and I go in, and women are fully like buns, leotards, stretching, and I'm like. I go in and I'm trying to stretch with everybody. I'm like, what is going to happen? And I go in the room, and they're already looking at me like, what are you doing here? And they told me the direction was, it was for some like HBO like thing. They told me to start on the ground, and they wanted people to like rise up like they were flames. So I was like... So I just like crouched down on the ground and I just did like a turn, like just one full turn. And then I just stopped and just stared at them and they were like, thank you. It was so humiliating because they seemed genuinely mad and it was awful.
Oh, I would pay £1,000 to see
well,
that.
Somewhere. It's somewhere.
And here it is. Steve, you had your share of, I don't know whether you were a struggling actor, but didn't you do a weird thing selling wine on the phone?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which seems like they'd never call me, and I'd be so easy.
Well, I knew very little about wine, too, so you have your cheat sheet in front of you. The varietal characteristics of this vintage are, you know, an oaky afterbirth, or whatever it is. clearly never sold a bottle of wine. And I only worked there for one day because who buys wine over the phone? You can go to the store and buy wine. You don't have to buy. Some guy cold calls you and says, "Would you like to buy some wine?"
I said you would. You wanted to arrive immediately.
Really? Where are you?
Ding dong. Glass of wine. Thank you so much. Because Chris, didn't you work at a call centre as well, a charity one?
I did. I worked in a charity call centre for a year or so for like an animal charity. I know, for an animal charity. And you would call up people and say, and we weren't quite cold calling, we were calling people who already had like a direct debit and asking them to increase it. And we would kind of tell them my whole campaign was endangered species. And you would tell them about the endangered species. And more often than not, the endangered species was a bat. Some kind of a bat somewhere. And everybody's like, great. I'm glad they're dying out. Nobody gives a shit about bats. Oh, this bat in Korea is this noosh in New Zealand. Nobody gives a shit. So eventually, if you want to get any money, you have to make up animals. Make up animals that are, you know, in trouble. So for like a month, there was people across England terrified about the disappearance of the tiger swan. Which was just a normal swan, but with the stripes of Bengal. I'd be like, oh, well, they're disappearing. And they'd be like, I don't know, I haven't heard of it. Well, it's fucking rare. That's why I'm calling. If they were everywhere. So, yeah, we raised like £300,000 on that campaign. But I did get fired.
Right. Come and join us, Joe. Brilliant job.
Hello again. Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Come on over, Josh.
Oh, hello again. Hi, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hey, Steve, great to see you again. Thanks, buddy.
Ladies and keep your applause going for the choir and the orchestra. Fantastic. Beautiful. Oh, my.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, and all the musicians and everything. Not an egg thrower amongst them. It's good.
Happy family. This is, by the way, the greatest couch in the history of mankind, I think, these three people. I'm so excited to finally be at the tail end of it. I love you guys.
I agree.
I love you guys.
Okay. Okay, we'll do some gushing in a minute, but let's do some business. That is off your album, All That Echoes.
Yes.
Which is in shops now.
I hope so.
Yeah, you know, disc shops. You
yes,
can go to.
There's still a few of those.
Yeah, and you can buy that, yeah. And, by the way, if you're watching in Glasgow tonight and your wife said she was going to a Josh Groban concert, she's not having an affair. You are in Glasgow tonight.
I'm on stage right this moment.
Really? You're doing a spontaneous encore.
Yes, yeah. yes. It's like that Tupac hologram. I'm everywhere.
And then on Sunday you're in Dublin.
I'm in Dublin. We're finishing the European tour at the O2 in Dublin. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're really excited. We always have a good time there. And
are you going?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I feel like you could be my brother from another mother.
I know, there's something there.
Yeah.
I've heard that. When I'm clean-shaven, I get that a lot.
And when I grow a full-out beard, I get that all the time.
Well,
so,
we need to coordinate.
We should. We should go fooling people.
Just to freak bitches out.
That's what I'm saying.
But I said it was a connected couch. What's weird is, because I'd forgotten, you and Steve were in a movie together.
We were in a movie together.
Yeah.
A wonderful film, Crazy Stupid Love. And he
right.
and his team were kind enough to include me in this brilliant film.
And you played an absolute douche.
Absolute douchebag.
You were fantastic at it.
Thank you. Apparently, I nailed the audition in one go.
He was great.
Yeah,
he was great.
Did you have to audition?
Oh, yes.
How rude.
Absolutely.
It was a formality.
And the other link that you have is, because we were talking about the waxing, you are really hairy. You're like a monkey.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Wow.
Oh, wow!
Right?
Do
we have that in common, too, or...?
All on the back.
Oh,
They're like bookends. Hairy bookends.
You know what? It's funny for the joke, but I don't really.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to point out, I don't have a...
Yeah.
Because for the bit, it's great but I have actually a very
You're
smooth...
protesting way too much right now.
And I only have that tiny little circle right here. I shaved
that's
everything
you.
else. It's like a merkin for my chest.
I know an actress that could help you out with the rest of it. Very, very good.
Really? Oh, yeah. Apparently, yes, you've had some experience.
Well, the thing is, now she is experienced. Now she does know what she's doing. But do you do manscaping?
Occasionally, you know, I mean, just
special evenings.
The odd trim here and there.
Yeah. If you're going on holidays.
Yeah, I would never do the full body thing. I feel like I want to stay, you know, lumberjack.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fair.
People can do manscaping or lady gardening, I think they call it. So,
I don't know.
No?
I've never heard it as lady gardening, but I like that.
I thought that's what it was called.
I'm going to call the
Ladies of the choir, lady gardening, isn't it? Yeah, look at them. Yeah.
I think it's the women. It's lady foresting. Really depends. Depends if it's pre or post nuptial.
Before we go tonight, we do have time for a story or two in the red chair. So who's up first?
Oh.
Seriously? Seriously. Okay, next one now. Hello!
Hello, Graham.
Hi, did I meet you outside earlier?
Don't think so.
No? Okay. I like to think you'd remember. My name's in the show title. What are you going to see? I don't know. Just on this cue? I don't own a television. What's your name?
Paula.
Paula. Hello, Paula. And where are you from?
Islington.
Islington. And do you have a job, Paula?
Yeah, I'm a manager of a sheltered accommodation.
Oh, very good. All right. Doing good work. And off you go with the story.
Right, so years ago I had 4 kids under the age of 7 and my husband, who was quite lazy, had joined a Sunday football league team thing. Anyway, I used to come home every Sunday, 3 sheets to the wind, sit on the settee, where's me dinner? So I'd do dinner, and then he'd fall asleep. And I just thought, you know what, I've really had enough of this. So I'd come home and I waited for him to fall asleep and I'd make up some gravy and I'd flick it on his shirt. And then he'd wake up and he'd say, where's my dinner? I said, you've had it, look, it's down there. Anyway, we went on to join the summer league, and it was a really hot summer, so he used to come home, strip off to his boxers, and fall asleep on the settee. So I couldn't do the gravy thing anymore, which really annoyed me. And I was hoovering one day, it was really hot, the kids were screaming, I was doing the washing, and it was all manic, and I was just thought, oh, I'm so fed up with him. And as I looked round, he had those boxer shorts on with the little buttons, and his little chappie was just pointing out a little bit. And this thing said to me, take the pole off the hoover. And I went over, I pulled his pants aside, and I went to go, and I thought, no, don't do it. And before I could get away, it just lifted out and went... He shut up and went, what the was that? Well, I run in the bathroom, and all I could think to shout back was, the best blowjob you'll ever have.
You walk. Best story ever. Look at that. The choir are clapping. The choir are applauding. Paula. Hey, listen, well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can. Just contact us via our website at this very address. Hey, thank you to my fabulous guests tonight, Mr. Josh Groban, Mr. Kristen, Kristen Wiig, and Mr. Steve Carell. Join me next week with musical guest Jake Bugg, comic actor Nick Frost, Hollywood great Samuel L. Jackson, and Oscar-winning actress Sandra Bullock. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yesterday on BBC Radio 1, Greg James